Hello, everyone. Welcome to the AI podcast presented by Artificially. Today, our guest is David Brutian. He is the Business Development Manager in Hi-Fi Corp and WPP Energy. And he has extensive knowledge in as an acting member of a management board and acquisition specialist. And he's here to talk about cryptocurrency, digital currencies, and all that good stuff. So David, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for the invitation. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. So David, if you want to start us with what is digital currency and how does it work? If you can walk us through that process, that would be awesome.
Okay, I will start. What is the difference between CBDC and cryptocurrency? The concept of digital currency is not new. If we were to go back in time to 1983, David Sham came up with the digital currency called eCash. Following this event, between 1983 and 2007, many virtual currencies were launched and disappeared due to e-commerce customers were devoted to credit cards. Later, decentralized and anonymous money became the foundation for Bitcoin. The first decentralized cryptocurrency introduced to users was Bitcoin, which the first realized as open source software in 2009, as highlighted earlier by Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto introduced cryptocurrency through his white paper Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system.
Right.
In 2023, CoinMarketCap reports that there are approximately 22,932 cryptocurrencies, with a total market capitalization of $1.1 trillion. This is quite crowd considering that Bitcoin only launched it in 2009. So exactly, is a central bank digital currency CBDC and how CBDC is different from cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
Digital currency is a digital version of the official currency issued by the government. CBDC are issued and regulated by country's central banks and use blockchain technology to speed up and increase the security of digital transaction processes. Of course, not all CBDCs use blockchain technology. For example, China's CBDC. Cryptocurrency is a digital asset designed as a medium of exchange using cryptography to secure financial transactions without going through a third party.
Yeah.
Difference between CBDC and cryptocurrency. The first thing to remember about CBDC is that it is not a cryptocurrency. CBDCs are fully regulated by a central authority or bank instead of decentralized like cryptocurrencies. As we know, the ownership and authority of crypto can be entirely in the hands of its users, unlike CBDCs. CBDCs act a digital version of fiat money, where personal details and transactions will be attached to the CBDC assets of its users. However, transaction details will only be available to sender, recipient, and bank. It is what makes CBDC different from crypto. As we know, crypto transaction details are publicly available, but without disclosing personal data, such as usernames. CBDC in cryptocurrencies has different values. CBDC is used as a means of payment and operated by a central bank. Means that specific financial institution can only access their blockchain network with the necessary privileges. Meanwhile, cryptocurrency is a decentralized digital asset hosted by a public blockchain network and can access it by anyone. A user can use cryptocurrency for digital payments and transaction. You can see there is no central authority that can restrict use. Here is a comparison between CBDC and cryptocurrencies. So in my opinion, cryptocurrencies are the best solution.
And compared to CBDC, because it's governed by a central entity, even though some of the CBDCs use blockchain, you're saying that because it's governed by a central entity, it's not the ethos of the blockchain technology, or I should say digital currency, right?
Yes, right.
And what problems does it can occur from this central governing party, though? Like what can happen? Like they can block transactions and all that stuff.
I can talk how will CBDCs affect finance.
Yeah.
As I already mentioned, CBDCs are issued and regulated by a country's central banks. Let's talk about benefits of central bank digital currency according to supporters.
Right.
They're said expanding access to finance. Digital currencies can connect customers and central banks directly as they are distributed on mobile devices. CBDC can also be a solution for people who are far from bank branches and cannot access cash, free from liquidity and credit risk, improving monetary policy. The CBDC gives the central bank direct influence over the money supply, thereby increasing control over transaction for tax control.
Yeah.
Change in finance structure. So also the financial system can undergo significant transformation. It is still being determined what effect these changes have. It might affect customer spending, investment, the financial services industry, interest rates, reserves on the economy as a whole. Financial system stability. Regarding financial system stability, the impact of switching to CBDC is still uncertain. In a financial crisis, for example, there may not be enough central bank liquidity to support withdrawals. Cybersecurity. Weak banking security controls are subjected to cyber attacks. The same types of devices may flock to central banks issuing digital money. So great efforts must be made to reward system infiltration and theft of access on information. So let's speak about the bad sides of CBDCs. CBDCs, despite their potential benefits, pose a number of risks and challenges. The first being financial stability risks. CBDCs may prompt banks' runs during times of financial stress, as individuals may quickly transfer deposits from commercial banks to CBDCs, undermining the banking system stability. Second thing, bank disintermediation. The widespread adoption of CBDCs may reduce commercial banks' role in the financial system, affecting their profitability and potentially limited their ability to provide credit. Implementing CBDCs would necessitate central banks addressing various technological challenges, such as cybersecurity, scalability, and interoperability with exciting payment systems. Privacy concerns. One of the privacy concerns regarding CBDCs is the potential erosion of privacy. A certainly controlled digital currency system allows governments and central banks to monitor all financial transactions, effectively eliminating the anonymity associated with cash transactions. The surveillance capacity could be exploited by political control, infringing of citizen rights to privacy and financial autonomy. Next thing, financial surveillance and control. Which the ability to track every transaction, governments may be tempted to use CBDCs as a tool for financial surveillance, potentially enabling them to freeze or confiscate individuals' assets at will. This level of control raises concerns about the potential misuse of power and potential for increased financial censorship. Moreover, such surveillance capabilities could be issued to enforce compliance with government regulations and policies and potentially stifling innovation and restricting economic freedom.
Yeah.
Next thing, potential for pursued by authoritarian regimes. CBDCs could be exploited by authoritarian regimes to exert greater control over their population. The ability to monitor and control financial transactions would allow these governments to suppress dissent, manipulate economic activity, and maintain a tighter grip of power. This potential misuse of CBDC raises serious concerns about their impact on human rights and individual freedoms in countries their responsive governments. So, CBDCs may have some benefits, yes, of course, but their drawbacks are considerable. While they earn improved payment efficiency, provide central banks with new monetary policy tools, they raise severe concerns about financial privacy, surveillance and control, financial stability, cybersecurity, and commercial banks' disintermediation. So, all of these, the adoption trend of CBDCs doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon.
Interesting. As opposed to that, how is cryptocurrency changing the world of finance?
Oh, it's a serious topic. So, in my opinion, cryptocurrency has been a topic of discussion for a while now, and with good reason. It has already started to change the way we think about finance. But what does the future hold for cryptocurrency? The first thing is decentralization. Of one main reason cryptocurrency has the potential to change the future of finance is its decentralized nature. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are not controlled by any central authority, which means that they are not subject to government regulation or the whims of a small group of individuals. This makes them more resistant to manipulation and corruption. In the next 10 years, we can expect to see more and more businesses and individuals use cryptocurrency as a way to conduct transactions without the need for intermediaries. This will not only make transactions faster and cheaper, but also more secure. Second thing, accessibility. Another way cryptocurrency is changing the future finance is through accessibility. Anyone with an internet connection can use cryptocurrency, regardless of where they are in the world. This is particularly important for people who don't have access of traditional banking services. And innovation, finally. Cryptocurrency is driving innovation in the financial industry. The underlying technology behind cryptocurrencies, blockchain, has the potential to revolutionize the way we think about security and transparency in finance. In the next 5 years, we can accept that see more and more companies harness the power of blockchain to develop new financial products and services. This will not only lead to more innovation, but also create more competition in the financial industry, which will ultimately benefit customers. So,
my another question would be, how is blockchain? So, what is blockchain? If you can simplify it in simple words.
I see. In a few words, a blockchain is a digital, ever-growing list of data records. In a one-word ledger. Such as a list is comprised of many blocks of data, which are organized in chronological order and are linked and is secured by cryptographic proofs. The first prototype of a blockchain is dated back to early 1990s, when computer scientists Haber and physics Tornetta applied cryptographic techniques in a chain of blocks as a way to secure digital documents from data tampering. The work of Haber and Tornetta certainly inspired the work of Dave Bayer, Hale Fanny, and many other computer scientists and cryptographic enthusiasts, which eventually led to the creation of Bitcoin as the first decentralized electronic cash system, or simply the first cryptocurrency. The Bitcoin white paper was published in 2008 under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. As a distributed ledger technology, the blockchain is internationally designed to highly resistant to modification and frauds, such as double spending. This is true because the Bitcoin blockchain as a database of records cannot be altered, nor can it be tampered without an impractical amount of electricity and computational power, which means the network can enforce the concept of original digital documents, making each Bitcoin a very unique and uncopyable from other digital currency.
Yep.
So what can be, how it relates to traditional finance, blockchain technology? Traditional finance has grown to become a multi-trillion-dollar industry, predominantly by acting as an efficient intermediary by today's standards. The advent of blockchain technology presents an alternative to traditional finance that can create a more equitable financial ecosystem. Since the inception of organized commerce, centralized finance systems have dominated the market, generally operated as a black box in the eyes of their customers. Aside from a lack of transparency, they have conducted business in a monopolistic manner, building empires along the way by simply serving as an intermediary. However, as the next iteration of the internet unfolds, these conventional economic and financial systems are being reimagined like never before. With this next-gen internet, known as Web3, concepts such as blockchain, cryptocurrency, decentralization are making rapid headway into the mainstream economy. The paradigm shifts marks the advent of a new commerce arena that can fundamentally restructure our global finance system as we know it today, making it a more transparent, inclusive, and safe place to transact. I want to bring 5 examples how blockchain can improve and replace legacy financial system that we have grown so heavily reliant upon today as a society. The first, trade finance. Trade finance is a foundational part of global financial system to mitigate risks, broaden credit, and ensure that importers and exporters can engage in cross-border trade. Like more industries, trade finance suffers from logistical bottlenecks stemming from old, antiquated manual documentation systems. For example, physical letters of credit are often still issued and transferred between various intermediaries to ensure payment. The versatile nature of blockchain can enable exceptional support for international trade transactions that would otherwise be far too costly due to trade and documentation processes. By storing and securing these processes on-chain, on a blockchain, companies can digit-proof transaction details, such as country of origin and product information, in a reliable, cost-efficient method. This would be drastically increased trust between exporters and importers in the marketplace on the strength of expectational transparency and security of data. Further, this could mitigate the most significant risk present to trade parties today, including discrepancies in documentation and oversight surrounding the flow of goods, among various of uncertainties. Second, decentralized identity. To onboard customers to DeFi, traditional finance institutions need to verify their identity in a process called Know Your Customers, or KYC, which requires customers to submit personal information such as their passport, driver license, or various proof documents. DeFi system take an average of 24 days of this KYC process, resulting in a terrible customer experience and reducing other rotation rate. Banks store customer information on centralized system, making the data vulnerable to various hacks. Conversely, customers could upload their KYC information to the blockchain just once and grant permission to institutional access on an ongoing basis. The KYC processes could be executed in just a few seconds by storing KYC information on a chain, decentralized identity. Additionally, financial institutions would be longer to responsible for the long-term security of customer data, which would decrease cost and liability. Next thing, settlement infrastructure. Today, transferring funds across the globe is a logistical nightmare.
Absolutely
In a simple bank transfer, one country to another must pass through a cumbrous set of intermediaries, ranging from custodial services to correspondent banks, before it reaches its destination. Each intermediary adds its cost, increasing the processing time and introducing another security risk. On top of all these, the two account balances have to reconcile across the complex, fragmented financial system. In contrast, institutions could leverage blockchain technology to serve as a decentralized ledger to securely keep track of transactions. This single source of truth could effectively eliminate a network of intermediaries used today by allowing for the settlement of transactions directly on chain, at 10 times improvement over SWIFT. Further, this could allow for automatic transactions that clear and settle instantaneously with a verified payment. This eliminated the multi-day transfer time of international transfer and 24-hour transfer time for domestic transfer imposed by financial service providers.
Right.
Next thing, modernized bookkeeping. TradFi institutions such as MasterCard, JP Morgan, and BlackRock handle massive amounts of sensitive financial data daily that needs to be transferred, reviewed, and audited. Today, it is costly and difficult to maintain and reconcile ledgers with absolute certainty securely. Instead, institutions can post this data to private blockchain, which would fundamentally improve international processes by allowing the flow of information in a chronological, immutable, and transparent manner. This could drastically improve security due to traceability feature of the blockchain that can help detect fraud and develop a credible audit trail. And personal finance. Today, banks offer negligible 0.21% APY interest on customer saving accounts. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, banks are making significantly more interest in customers' money, keeping the lion's share of profits earned. On the other hand, blockchain predicted on creating a user-first market. When users instead place their savings in blockchain applications such as Aave or Compound, they can earn up to 15% API or more in some cases. One of the primary reasons people have pursued cryptocurrency to date is to combat the rampant inflation that most countries face. Today, global inflation average is a staggering 8.8% and almost certainly growing. With inflation for outpacing the API provided by banks, people have little choice but to find better alternatives or watch their money devalues. For both reasons, the general public will likely transfer more of their savings into crypto in the long term, decreasing savings stored by banks and ultimately leading to the decline in TradFi revenues. So, many expect blockchain to replace the TradFi industry altogether. Others believe blockchain technology will supply supplementary infrastructure to exciting TradFi system. Overall, it remains to be seen personally how and to what extent the finance industry will embrace blockchain technology. However, one thing is true, blockchain will bring about a new era of transparency, fairness, and safety to finance.
Right. That's brilliant. Okay. Do you want to talk a little bit about whether you can use artificial intelligence in blockchain? Is it at all possible, or if anybody is already doing it?
Yes. How we can use AI in blockchain. So
Yeah.
AI, or artificial intelligence, and blockchain are the two of the most transformative technologies of our time.
Yes.
Individually, they have the potential to revolutionize a multitude of industries and transformation economic and social interaction and relationship. When combined, they unlock a new frontier of possibilities. They can empower a new generation of applications that benefit both from the vast productivity gains unlocked by AI and the securely and transparency enabling by blockchain technology. According to a report, Sapirical Insights, the interaction of blockchain and AI is set to grow into a $1 billion industry within the next decade. Despite the potential, the integration of these two technologies has so far remained relatively underexplored, leaving room for further investigation as two segments progresses toward broader mainstream adoption. The combination of blockchain and AI can produce intelligent automatic decision-making systems that provide highly reliable outputs that trigger specific real-world outcomes based on immutable tamper-proof data. I was bring some use cases, AI blockchain.
Yep.
First thing, a security. Decentralized infrastructure and blockchain technology can act an encryption-backed guarantees for AI system. In such model, AI system can be deployed with built-in safeguards that reduce their ability to misuse or utilize for adversarial behaviors. Developers of AI can encode specific parameters within which AI can access various case systems, and private keys can enforce this condition with the help of tamper-proof decentralized infrastructure like blockchain, smart contracts, and oracles. The utility of AI models and the security of blockchain can help reduce attack vectors and bolster the security of AI application, enabling organizations to leverage the full potential of AI while maintaining a high standard of security enforced by cryptographic guardians. Supply chain. A smart contract is a computer program hosted and executed on a blockchain that consists of code specifying predetermined conditions that, when met, trigger outcomes. The self-executing nature of smart contracts offers some inherent advantages when it comes to leverage the power of artificial intelligence.
Right.
AI models incorporated into smart contracts could utilize specific permissioned condition to execute tasks, detecting the need to additional inventory and execute the order with an external supply. For example, the combination of blockchain and AI could also improve transparency and reduce the potential impact of fraud, the digitalization of paper-based processes, and be enabling to the real-time tracking and goods from production to delivery. By combining AI-driven predictive analysis with blockchain, companies can gain better insights into demand patterns, optimize inventory management, and make data-driven decisions to minimize costs. Next thing, data analytics. One of the most useful benefits of blockchain technology is the ability to provide unparalleled data provenance. Storing data in highly secure and decentralized blockchain-based network may be one of the best ways to ensure data integrity over the long term. That naturally makes blockchain networks a good breeding ground for the large-scale data analytics. D. Financial services also. Decentralized finance of DeFi enables anyone with an internet connection to access transparent financial services that involve peer-to-peer transactions and immutable smart contracts. The growth of DeFi ecosystem has been momentous, and AI models can take advantage of the increasing variety and complexity of financial services offered by ecosystem by using DeFi, and an economic layer to execute actions and tasks based on predetermined instructions. A large language model secure connected to the internet could perform routine tasks involving payments or economic exchange by utilizing the on-chain financial stack on the Web3 industry. To do the inherent compatibility of blockchain application, AI models could carry out complex interconnected loops of financial transaction without having to rely on intermediaries and execute paper-based financial systems. In addition, AI-powered automatic investment strategies in DeFi application can offer entirely new financial services underpinned by secure, transparent, and decentralized infrastructure. Due to decision-making capabilities of AI blockchains, effectiveness in recording real-time economic activity. The of two technologies could also enable automatic compliance and fraud detection processes powered by machine learning algorithms also.
Right. Interesting. Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about, AI tools in traditional finance? Like what kind of AI tools is used usually in traditional finance?
I can speak about future of AI and blockchain. We can
Sure.
speak about this.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. The AI enables intelligence at scale, while Web3 enables coordination, value transfer, and trust minimization at scale. When combined, these technologies can unlock new possibilities and enhance a multitude of industries by improving security, transparency, and overall efficiency. The potential for transforming various sectors by combining AI blockchain intermediaries. As companies strive to automate tasks, boost productivity, and enhance their business offerings through a large portion of software products becoming impacted by AI. AI models are expected to continue to profile into different segments of the economy. With the ongoing decade-long decline of trust in institutions, users are increasingly gravitating toward applications underpinned by cryptographic governance. The convergence of these two technological tectonic shifts is set to fundamentally reshape how our society and economy operate. So generally about AI, I can say within 10 to 15 years, up to 40% of world's professionals' labor markets will become automatic. This is a fact. We must prepare. Artificial intelligence will leave all low and middle professionals out of competition. Only the virtuoso specialists in their work, the voice living the future will remain. This is a problem, a challenge, and the opportunity at the same time. The world is changing. We must accept this fact. We must prepare and use these changes for the bright future of humanity. The next revolutionary stage of human thinking, the next great revolution of humanity, in my opinion, is decentralization.
Awesome. Thank you, David. That's all the questions I had for you. Do you want to leave us with some parting thoughts? Do you want to say something before we end the podcast?
Yes, I want to finish my speech about the law of viability.
Sure.
So the law says, we innovate, create innovation, or die.
Right.
Modern life requires following this law. Otherwise, you are condemned to death. Why? Because today, if you have technology and information, you control everyone and everything. Still, the only thing that is not controllable is our thoughts. Everything else externals is controllable. The day when even our thoughts will be controlled is not behind the mountain. It's scary, yes, it's a fact.
Yeah.
What is mean control people's thoughts? Every day, 8 billion people are in a large laboratory testing ground. Every day, information is processed, and the information helps AI to become smarter by the minute. There will come a day when AI will be smarter and know us humans better than we know ourselves. That means total control. At first glance, you may think this is evil, but like any other innovation, technology created by mankind can serve both for the benefit and harm of mankind. For example, nuclear energy. In order not to fail prey to these crazy, fantastical global trends, we must act just as the spade is a tool for the farmer to harvest. So technology is a tool for humanity to create. What should be done today for tomorrow? We must be technological world, an organization, a team, even a technological family. Be the bearer and creator of new technologies. Combined AI, machine learning, virtual reality, mixed reality, blockchain, and other innovative technologies in all areas of our lives. So combining these technologies with information that is so large and moving at the speed of light, we will be viable world. So we can create a greener, cleaner, and brighter world together. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate your time. And that's all the time we have for today's podcast. I'll upload this video to YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. Make sure to check out and listen to the whole thing. And with that, we will end the podcast now. Thank you so much for listening, and have a good day.
Thank you, so it's my pleasure.